Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how the stream is because I'm just working on something new at the moment, displaying my new contents and setting up my menu. Okay? So if it's not to your taste, please bear with me. Okay? Well, as you can see, like I've just said, I am just trying to set up my YouTube channel and set up the organization to where I want it to be. But before I go into my testing, well, today what actually I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be actually driving around in the Rover and trying to use different screen snapshots to make a smoother play. But before I do that, I want to go into the armor section, because when I was buying my uniform last week, I actually noticed something which I think would be very interesting in the gameplay. Okay? I've also learned how to zoom out, which I had trouble. The last time I could do this was 2.6. If you're having trouble zooming out, you press the F4 key and you start rolling your mouse backwards. And as you can see, you can zoom out. When you come into contact with anything, it zooms back in and whatnot. I'll be working on this until I get better. At the moment, I'm going to make my way to the armory section. Okay? I'm not going to say anything about it until I get there. And if you've got any comments, please make a reply on this. Okay? Because I think a lot of people will be interested in what I'm going to show you about the armor. And I think a lot of people would actually like this implement to the game sooner or later. I'm not going to put my armor on because I'm going to be making funny noises, gasping for air going down in the lift in here. I couldn't have a wash this today or have breakfast in Lesky because there are no washing facilities. But I can have something in the bar to drink and eat. Where's the lift? Bit slow. Can you hear them noises? That's me gasping for air. I'm suffocating to death. I'm still trying to work on the sounds. Oh, please don't crash. Right. I'm going to try and find where all the suits are. The space suits, okay? Now, if I remember correctly, it took me nearly 25 minutes to find it a couple of days back. I do believe it's on the lower section. I am displaying in 4K SLI. I am not running in RAM, so it's a little bit stroby today, okay? Okay. The topic at the moment is about spacesuits. Now, when you look at these spacesuits, I'm going to have to zoom in on this, okay? What's the first thing you notice? There's two so we talk about helmets, okay? There are two helmets, one with red eyes and one just plain normal. Okay. Do you remember Guardians of the Galaxy? Well, I think he had something like that. And he had something in his ears like a hearing aid. But obviously it's a voice amplifier. Okay? Now, because it's a helmet of a special sort, I think it should have special buffs on that. If he's got this particular helmet on or something similar, he should be able to hear things at a far distance. I call that a buff. You know what I mean? So basically, he's got this helmet on, he's got extra hearing depending what he's doing. Okay, you get that part. Okay, this one here, this guy's got red eyes. In the game it means nothing. But think about X-Man. He had one of the guys in there that had red eyes. And when he opened his eyes, a red beam would shoot out. Okay? That's giving you an extra buff, depending on certain elements. But when he does this, okay, after a few seconds, he would go blind. So if he needs to use something in defense or whatever, and he uses his red eyes, about 3 or 4 or 5 seconds later, used as a cooling down period, he would go blind. So you'd only use it in special needs. Now, I think most of you will get this, but if I've got any programs, I think I will show you exactly what I mean, if there is something there. Right, 1 second. I haven't got nothing set up because everything's done on the fly here, okay? Right. There's one here. As you can see, fire shoots out his eyes. Alright? But like I says, when this is used, he will go blind for a few seconds, just like a cooling off period. Because obviously you can't have it on all the time because you shoot everybody in sight and not suffer any consequences depending what environment is on. Just give you an idea, you can have helmets that can have special buffs, and I think it would be pretty good. It's like a gun in a sense, because these helmets, I was saying to myself the other day, bloody hell, these helmets are very expensive, aren't they? You know what I mean? What can they do? Well, that would justify the price. But obviously they've got helmets that do different things. But I don't know if CIG has implemented this in the game yet. But I think most of you guys would agree. And if you do agree, please put a couple of comments on here. Okay? One more thing, if you'd like to join the Aurora and take part in our activities, we've got the Discord channel there, just drop in freely. We are a multi-role player, we do different things and all sorts. Create content as we go along. The rest is explainable. Okay, but I need to go into the Lesky circuit because I want to do some tests on my driving skills. So I'm just going to come out of this for now because it was only supposed to be for demonstration purposes. Trying to find the game now. Where is it? Now I don't know if that actually came up, but I'm hoping it did. Okay. I've actually got that suit actually. I don't really like the red eye goggles because to me it's creepy. I'd go for the one with the extra hearing, you see, because I'm not really an attacker. I'm more into defensive. So something like that wouldn't really suit me in my role play. But the hearing aid would. Why? Because I can hear things and I can prepare myself depending what the situation is. CIG might have something in line with this already, but I've heard no adverts or nothing. All we see is radar. Oh, I've got no radar on this. Oh no, I might not have my helmet on. I'm going to be doing 5 laps around the rescue course because I need to polish up on my steering skills. Basically, I'll be trying to I'll be driving at a constant speed, learning how to control steering, shields, bumpers, and not lose any bits on the vehicle. It could take about 20 minutes, it could take longer. But I've not had nothing to eat yet. I need to find a table and chairs first, get something to eat. I'm sorry if you can't hear any of the gameplay in the background. I've just been having sound problems. I don't even know if anything's working at the moment. I am flying under the flag of Unity at the moment. It's something I've had for nearly 20 years and I don't want to disregard it. I mean, get rid of it. I am an affiliate of Omega, but at the moment we've not got free freedom of speech. And they need to realise that before I come back in there. I've helped that org in the 8 months of doing things have changed for the better. But things have gone wrong in the last 3 weeks with new people coming in. And then I was told I can't say this and I can't say that. I was pretty upset in the last take. And I've not been in there for a couple of days. The longer I stay away from it, the more my pride was sitting and I don't go back in. And I've got nothing against the org. It's just things that was happening in there. And I was trying to explain it and they didn't get it. But anyway, they'll sort themselves out. Little Miss is a member of the org. The reason why I'm an affiliate is because I've got my own org here, Unity. I've always had it in the years of being doing things. I don't want to lose the name. Now, if I'm a main org leader in their org, I have to disband this. So I have to be an affiliate. But Little Miss is in the org as one of the main org leaders. But I can't be, I can only be an affiliate. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to throw away the contents I've worked with. I'm not going into too much details, okay? But I'm not really a person that likes being threatened, intimidated or whatnot. At the end of the day, what happened, there was a misunderstanding. And they got it the wrong way, and that was it. What upset me, then one of the org members came into my org. I was streaming, had no regard to what I was doing, said what he thought, messed up my org. Messed up my stream. I wasn't happy because I wouldn't have done that to them. But anyway, that's my piece on that. If you want to know what I'm talking about, if you go on the last episode, you'll see. If I'm back in there in a few days, it'll be okay. If I'm not, then I might not be going back. But I will not be told what I can and cannot say, especially when it's in the interest of the org. I've been in there. I'm trying to find my way out. Through these doors and up the stairs. Through the arch and then through the lifts. and down to the top lobby and out. I am in 4K SLI, and I was actually doing tests today because I need to set my key bindings up and so I can get a more smoother gameplay in the game. Oh, you know what? I am going to put my spacesuit on. No. It's just that I'm in an establishment and I should dress accordingly. Soon, they'll be making it official that most players, depending on what they're doing, will have to wear the right gear in whatever they're doing. They're doing it, they can't wear heavy armour, which I agree. Now you'll hear them heavy breathing sounds, suffocating to death. When you want to zoom out, you press the F4 key and you roll the mouse back. Ooh. Come on, hurry up, mate. I'm suffocating. Come on, doors open, I'm suffocating. As you can see. It took too long to open the doors. But I think you can actually hold your breath when you're doing that. It's just a bug in the game, and it's not very often that you die, but it all depends on how long it takes for them doors to open, because you're on a fine margin. If you know how to hold your breath in the game, do that. That's going to be one of my next tests actually. It's come a point now, to get certain parts or go past certain tasks, you have to actually kill yourself. But as you know, in the game, you're not supposed to do that, because reputation, skills and staying alive as long as you can is what it's all about. But it's almost impossible in the way the game is at the moment. I'm a role player, so I can play for hours on end, depending on the roles and contents I take. I'm not into shoot 'em up, where you can just go pick a mission, switch up and come back 20 minutes later. But I also got to work it in with the credits of the game, because you do need credits to play this game. What's all that? Last week I was actually ill with food poisoning. Gosh, what you call them, toothache. When I remember that name, I'll tell you, and it was painful because of it. Actually affected my gameplay. I lost all my bloody credits. Well, there was a bug in the game, or a new bug that I'd created, which I was unaware of. I'm actually going down to the cycle department now, the vehicle department, to get myself out the Rover. I would use the cyclone because it's more twitchy, but I just want to do something simple and fine tune my key bindings if need be. So when in Lesky and you want to see Maris Eckhart, put a spacesuit on or hold your breath. Right, I'm zooming out. You press the F4 key, hold it down, and you roll back in your mouse. I'd actually forgotten that in 2.6, but one of my colleagues today actually told me what to do, and I've been using it ever since. As you can see, there's more surroundings now, more of an overview. So I'll be using that a heck of a lot now. Bit small, but you're going to have to wait for the Rover to mature. I should did that first actually. So you're going to have to listen to my voice for the next 3 minutes. One more other thing, I might not be talking while I'm driving the Rover, and the reason why is because I want it to be silent, okay? Because that part I'll be taking out and putting into other videos to do with my role play. But all this gibbering which I'm doing now is just to explain to you guys what we're on about and what we're supposed to be doing. But it can't all be done in 5 minutes or whatnot. There's a heck of a lot which I'm not explaining other tasks, but it's on development, and as the game's created and my videos are created, the videos will get better. There will be a storyline, and there'll also be channels you can switch to. I'm not going to explain at this moment because a lot of people's taking my ideas and using them for their own, and then discrediting what I'm doing because they don't understand it. So I'm not going to explain it. As time goes by, you'll see the tree. What does Pepper mean by the tree? What's he on about? Well, just like with my shields, evasive maneuvers and defense. I'm just looking at these overviews, see what my limitations are and how quick I can actually activate the keys when I need them. Basically, I'm just starting for time for the Rover to mature. Did someone say spend me credits? Talking about credits, I'm glad we mentioned that. I'm not dishing nobody and I'm not disrespecting nobody, but I don't want to do baby talk, okay? There's a lot of people coming into the game and they want to buy AUC credits so they can get the gameplay and get a head start. Me, I've done quite the opposite. I bought ships, okay? And I will use my ships to get AUC credits. My goal is to make credits in the game, okay? Spend my money on the ships. Well, obviously I need the ships to play at the moment because we're in alpha, and what ships are coming out, I don't think they can be made in time for you to practice with these ships, because every 3 months the server will be restarted, and as these ships get bigger and get better, how long is it going to take you to get the credits to get out of Polaris? Okay, can you see where I'm coming from? If you've got something like a Caterpillar or something like a Endeavour, no, not Endeavour, a whole E and a certain amount of credits, you're making your credits. What's the point I'm trying to make is, you've just gone out there, you've lost all your credits. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to run to the bank and take money out to spend on credits. To me, that's pointless, okay? I'm more logical in a different sort of way. You guys haven't got that kind of money to buy the ships that I've got, okay? But you will fall into the trap, sooner or later. You know what I mean? Later on when the game's developed, you can sell all your ships and use them credits to make money, to do whatever. Yeah, I get it, I understand, but everybody's got a gameplay. This is mine. I won't spend money in the game to buy credits. I will spend my money on ships or anything beneficial to help my gameplay. I'm not a person that is play to win. But if I'm building something and I know it's going to be destroyed, I will spend money to save it. There's a difference. But you're spending money to buy things to destroy things. It doesn't make sense to me. But I just built a big empire. I just built this. I just built that. Or some land result, and somebody's come with this big bomber and he wants to destroy it. I will go out there and I will buy the necessary tools to save my establishment. It's the same sort of thing. It's not pay to win as such. I'm defending what I've got. Why? Because if I don't save it, I'm going to have to spend hours and hours grinding and redoing the whole lot of things. It's like with your PC. Your PC breaks down. You've got to delete it. It could take you 2 days just to get it back to the way you had it. It's the same with this game. You create something, you're going to pay to save it. It's not pay to win. It's a big topic at the moment, but there's different ways of going about it and understanding it. Anyway, enough of that. I want to get out there and I want to test my Rover. See if I've improved in the last few days on the Leslie circuit. Last week I was actually doing a circuit racing. Everything didn't work. It was laggy, this was breaking down, I couldn't even drive. And to think I was the creator of the Leslie circuit, yeah, I mean, them guys were pretty good. I didn't even know the Cyclone could drive on 3 wheels. But the strongest thing out there was actually the Rover. Ah, not again, please! Well, what's happened there? I forgot to put my spacesuit on. You see, I'm not very good at multitasking, you see. So I forget things. You call it old age. Right. I want my spacesuit on. Anybody who's missed this, feel free to go back in a few minutes, and I was talking about space helmet and having special buffs on there. Depending what that helmet is, it will justify some of the prices they've charged. I don't know if they've got it in the pipeline, but if they have, they should start giving the players a bit more insight to what they can be used from, because when you see helmets for 3,000 and 2,000 whatnot, you're saying to yourself, mind me language, what the hell is all this about? You know what I mean? But just go back to the beginning and you'll see that I was talking about helmets having special buffs, just like X-Man and also Superman with them red eyes, and the other one has got hearing aid for extra perception in hearing. Anyway, let's get back to my testing. If any of you guys think I'm not responding to your comments on here, it's a bit difficult playing the game and reading text at the same time. I am flying under the flag of unity. Okay, logo or slogan, all for one and one for all. That's to help everybody and to share new contents. If you want to join in, just click on the org below and we can do texture and share notes. I don't mind. Today I'm just doing simple contents today. Right, the Rover's out. And I got my spacesuit on. Nothing else is going to be happening. I'm just going to be driving around the circuit for about half an hour. So that's the boring bit. keyboards are set. It's just to make sure my keyboards are working right, and learning the kill course. I want to create some more contents for the circuit racing. I will be buying more ships, okay, but I just don't know how to buy them at the moment. I want the Endeavour. There's actually a promotional sale being on at the moment for 1,500, and if I sell the Cutlass Red, then it costs me 1,400. But there's ships on there that I don't need, and if I go to sell them, I will lose certain things in that ship, so I'll have more than what I need. It's getting complicated because I also want a mining ship now, but I have to use a prospector. So I'm thinking of buying the Orion and getting the prospector for nothing as a loaner, basically. Just shut these doors. I'm just going to be doing a couple of laps around the circuit race. Around Leicester Circuit. And I find my way around these keys. Nothing spectacular. You've seen it all before. I just got an itch where you're not supposed to scratch. Right. What I'm going to do, I've also noticed something about these land vehicles. These land vehicles are like Jeeps, okay, or MPVs or whatnot. Now I've noticed these are supposed to go over very rough terrains, but they haven't got hydraulic suspension. Now the reason why I noticed this is because I am having trouble loading this vehicle onto 600i because it's slow. Now, just in case you guys don't quite get where I'm coming from, I'm not going to take out the Cyclone because I really want to drive this around, you see. That's no Aurora. Look very closely at these wheels, okay? Any mechanic will understand they are independent suspension, but they're not hydraulic. Basically, you can actually, these are independent suspension where they just go up and down, but you've also got self-leveling where all the suspension rises up. So if you want to make the undercarriage higher to go over high terrains, you can't do that in this. And I think they should implement, what's he doing in my vehicle? Oh, for fig's sake. Ah well, let me just go, I'll just spawn another vehicle. So as you can see, oh, he's going to take up, he's going to spawn me stream. I'll have to get another vehicle. I should have turned it off. Well, basically, I don't know how I'm going to show you this. You most probably run me over now. You see, I can actually go inside there and spawn it and make him not have one, but let him travel his 100 kilometers, and now I'll just spawn another vehicle. Let me close the doors for it. Okay! He nearly ran me over. He's not nicked it. Oh. Oh, he's not taking it. Okay, let me just close these doors. I think he's trying to attract my attention. Just give me a minute, you guys. Let's see. Who is it? I might be able to get his name somewhere. Time Lap is his name. I think he's gone now. Anyway, let's get back to where I was. Somebody else took that one. Oh, come on, you guys, give me a break. Right, no one's in it. Right, okay. As I was saying to you before, I think they should have suspensions that can lift up a tiny bit, like most MPV vehicles. This hasn't got the structure for it because it's got the shock absorber and it's got the wishbone at the bottom that goes up and down, but they're supposed to be able to rise. The cyclone is also the same, and when it hits certain things, it doesn't move. Now, they might notice this and remod this or come out with some new vehicle, but this is a bloody good vehicle. I think it should have it. It's got everything else. It's even got things to jack it up on. Let me get this text off. It's even got things to be jacked up with cranes. It's got nearly everything, you know what I mean? But I think that is something you should have, because when you're going over rocky terrains, you don't want to be scraping deep down underneath carriage. And I don't think these king is high enough. Look, shock absorbers, okay, and the wishbone at the bottom, and basically that's like an independent suspension, so if it goes over a rock, that wheel lifts up. But sometimes you want to lift up the whole vehicle a few centimeters, depending on what you're doing. It could be for smoother ride, if you want it lower, it could be for faster terrain or whatever. Anyway, I'm just going to do a few laps in this now, okay? And then I'm going to take my level 1 license again as a vehicle operator. And a level 1 license means going 5 times around the track without crashing, without respawning the vehicle. So basically, it's so you've got learning better control of your motor vehicle and how to use it. At the moment, this hasn't got bumpers, so I'm using the shields as bumpers and pretending the dampeners. Don't need guns. Turn the lights on. Basically, it's all about controlling vehicles without going doo-dally or whatnot. The whole idea, you want it to last. The problem at the moment, I can't get these vehicles into the 600i or the Constellation. So it's actually holding my gameplay back as a role player. Every time I go to spawn a vehicle, the ships disappear. When you want to zoom out, you press F4 and you use the mouse back. I actually forgot how to do that. So remember, when you want to get to zoom out, you press F4 and you scroll back with the mouse wheel. Little Miss would normally do the commentating, but she's out shopping too. Okay! Now if I had a navigator, I would have saw that. Sorry about shouting over the mic. You might have noticed just now I put my shields to max. That's acting like bumpers. I'm going to try and go around the lap at a constant speed and trying to keep everything tidy. I'm not using the steering wheel, I'm using joystick. It can be a bit tricky sometimes. I can tear ass around the course, but I just want to be able to control the vehicle, keep at a steady, moderate speed, and not crash into things. You won't drive down the highway 1 million miles an hour and you can't steer it now, will you? Get shot. You get killed, sorry. See? Not perfect, but it's getting better. and trying to keep on the track and at a constant speed. I've only done a quarter of lap already and my arms are killing me. I am using third person view because at the moment the inside cockpit is not really very good at the moment, you see. I know I'm making this look easy, but trust me, it is not. It takes practice. But I know when I start using the Rover or the Cyclone and I go on my adventures, I know things will not be falling off it. Controlling your speed is also something that's important. Your oxygen only lasts what's in your oxygen mask. In this, I should get about an hour and a half because I'm not burning any energy because I'm actually inside the craft. The craft does not produce energy, I mean oxygen, it's what's in your suit tank. I will also be changing things on the fly, which can be done, but I'll only do them on certain ships, which I think you should be able to do them on, and certain things you can't change on the fly. You can change them on the fly, but I just want to keep my roleplay real. That's very tricky, that. I have just done one complete circuit of Lesky circuit. If I go left, I'll go back to the start point. But if I go right, I'll go round again. But I want to go right because I am testing my skills at the moment, improving. And as you can see, I've actually done a full lap at a constant speed using the joystick, etc. I was actually supposed to be doing this in silent because I do need a content of a full circuit around the race in silent. so I can do my editing and commentate over it. The lighting's bad here. Okay, that's something new. These are new glitches. I would say the best equipment to use for this is actually a steering wheel and foot pedals. I've actually got them, but too much apparatus sometimes makes things a bit awkward around the house. I do have trouble controlling the speeds because it's very twitchy, but as time goes by, CIG will fix all of this, so you got more of a variable. I am getting confident, so I'm going faster. I want to practice going slow. It'd be nice if I had a navigator in here. I won't need to be switching screens every 5 minutes. Now I'm lost. It's because the lighting's bad. I'm supposed to be going down that road to the right there actually. This exercise is to show that you can actually drive a vehicle and not wreck it. I'm going to go now and I'm going to get the cyclone and I'm going to do the same thing. It will be a bit twitchy. That is because, but it'll be twitchy. That was noisy. I'm going to left, I'm going back to Lesky. If somebody wants it, the vehicle's there. Oh, by the way, talking about Just in case you guys don't know, this ship has got remote turrets. I'm going to show you that in a moment. And the pilot, sorry, the person driving this vehicle can actually use it too. As if I didn't know that. Okay. And the reason why I was amazed, because there was a little camera on the end of it, which I was surprised about. Okay, let's see if I can get it close. We'll do the remote turret first. Just like in the 600i, but I am no sharpshooter, okay? Because the problem I've got at the moment, if you've not got it dead center, it keeps moving. I want to find a way to stop it. Oh, okay. Just a minute. Right. The problem I find with these guns, but I'm actually on mouse at the moment, okay? If your mouse is off center, your gun keeps moving, okay? Now, that's a little bit difficult. You can go up and down, same sort of thing. But if there was a key that I could press, it would stop moving so I could shoot. And still, basically, I don't want it going left or right, okay? I want the gimbal to stop. And I just move up and down, or move the mouse itself from a fine position, not the whole gun. I've actually had different guns on this actually. It is pretty effective. See? If I wanted to shoot at that there now, it ain't gonna be easy because I can't steady it. But if I could lock it, you see? Oh, you see, this is what I mean. I'm trying to focus on the satellite and I'm having trouble. But like I said, all I have to do is just press a button. It locks. Okay, just pretend that's locked, and then I'm just using the circular thing to shoot where I want. That's the only problem I've got. I don't know how to lock the what's his name. If I did, I would do it, and then my firing shots would be working like gimbal. Then you see, the gun stays still, in a manner of speaking. It's hard to explain this actually, but I think you know where I'm coming from. Can't shoot enough at the moment. I'm going to take the cyclone out. I'm going to do a couple of laps around with that. Nah, I'm not going to. Don't need to, because you've seen it all before. And it's about me trying to control these vehicles. Excuse me. If you want to join our Discord channel and take part in our activities, feel free. If you're in orgs, it doesn't really matter. We're there to share notes and learn. You don't have to join the org if you don't want to. It's just taking part and doing different things. If you want to join the org, you can do. Choice is yours. I'm a team player and I also like to do role play. But there are other people that does different things, which is their choice. I am going to try and stay quiet because I want to be editing the silent parts from me. Whoa, okay, from me. This is what happens when you talk and drive at the same time. The word I was looking for, just an abscess, that's what I was looking for. Got a toothache, you see. I need more antibiotics, but it gives side effects, it makes you hallucinate, do things you don't usually do in character. Little Miss at the moment is in Omega because of what's been happening. She's lost her confidence because she doesn't have the freedom of speech no more, and it's upsetting her a tiny bit. I'd have loved to put the 600i on the Rover, on the arms. I'd have loved to put the Rover or the Cyclone on the 600i, but it just won't allow me. I want to do some exploring actually, you know. I am an explorer in the game. Which vehicle do I prefer between this and the Cyclone? I prefer this, but it's too big for the Constellation. When you're using the Constellation, you can't carry no cargo at all. Well, you can, depending on what vehicle you use. But if you use a Cyclone, you can carry cargo in there. 600i, it gets better. It's just that there's so much bugs in the 600i, and I'm finding difficulty working around them. I think I'll go up here, see what's going on. You guys that like to explore, I would go to selling. There's a lot to explore there if you're explorers. There's a lot of stories to be told, and a lot of contents to create there if you're not into shoot 'em ups. At the moment I am exploring and creating my own content. And if I need credits, I mix it in with the game. This is going to topple over. This is going to topple over. I'm actually going to one of the landing sites that that's very rarely noticed. I've only been there by aircraft. Oh. You see? You can terrace down these, but what are you learning? This is learning how to drive a vehicle by adapting to the terrain that you're driving under. Oh, has it ended? There is actually another landing pad up here. I wonder how far up there can I get with this. You see, because I've practiced so much, I know I can actually take these vehicles a lot farther. I'm not worried about getting hurt, losing a wheel, and about oxygen. It's having trouble climbing the hill at the moment. Or is it a dead end? That's a dead end. I'm going to have to get out. You see, I'm actually going up a very steep hill at the moment. That's why it's a bit sluggish. It is a 4-ton vehicle, okay? And heavily armoured. And I'm just looking for a path. Wow. I'm actually giving it, where it's going up there, it won't move. I am taking some chances here now. I am a 1-star vehicle operator, so obviously I've got a little bit of experience. It's not going to make it. Let's roll back a bit. Come on, roll back. Stop. Brakes. Has it got brakes? Oh shit. Oh shit. It's rolling down the hill. I didn't think it could do that. Get up there! Come on, 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 you can do it! Come on, you can do it! Come on, you can do it! Whoa, stop! You can stop now! Come on. You see what I'm worried about? When it starts to roll backwards, I have to actually steer it so it don't drop off the hill. Look, you see? Oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Come on, please don't topple. Oh shit. Reverse. Unlock. You see, I'm actually on a 90-degree gradient at the moment. So, if you can imagine. So it's just not about terracing it, terracing. It's actually controlling your vehicle and knowing its limitations. Let me try if I can get up that way. Now if you was going top speed doing all this, you can guarantee you lost some elements by now. So to tell you the truth, me being a level 1 vehicle operator, and that's the easiest, gets you this. To get a level 1 vehicle's license, you have to drive around Lesky 5 times. Keep a moderate speed and not break anything. That's the easiest. There is actually 5 levels, okay, but that's just the easy, is to do this type of driving. That's not easy, Pepper. Yes, it is. You just got to put the time in. He's not supposed to make it up there. Wow. Now I would have said that was impossible. What a view. This is what exploring is all about. Right. We have a problem now. I want to get out of the vehicle, but I'm not understanding how these brakes work. I can drive, I've already planned my path on the way out, but I want to have a look over there. I might not get another chance in these quarters. See, I'm an explorer, you see, you know what I mean? Since I've been playing the game, I've been taking down coordinates of various things, and at the moment there's a lot of content out there for mining and a lot of hidden establishments. So if you're a player and you don't like combating to shoot things to get credits, and you've lost all your credits in cargo, mining is the next step. Excuse the arm wind. What the hell is that? Am I being grieved or something? What the hell is that? I'm a little bit stuck here. I think I'm actually trapped in my own vehicle. I don't know what happened there. That was a bit strange, that. This is a beautiful sight. This reminds me when I need my own space. I just come out of the town, go to a countryside, and I just look all around. Everything's quiet. All you hear is just air. Peaceful and enjoyable. And when you want, I think another good time is, when you've got fireworks on bonfire night, November the 5th. Now, most people usually go to the park to watch a firework display. All you want to do is go to the top of the hill, okay, and watch everybody set off their fireworks in all different areas. It's a beautiful sight. Spend a couple of hours out in the quietness air, and then you'll be in your own world, away from civilization, away from all destructions and everything. And you know something? When you're ready to go back home, you'll notice as you get back into the town area, you start to noticing you're back in the real world. But this is like me going to the hills when I'm stressed out and I need just peace. Just end. And you know something, it's cold out there, and I can just actually feel it now, it's cold. There's Lesky over there. I could sit here for hours. Just me on my own in my jacksie. But sooner or later you have to go home back into the world. You know what I mean? I'm not in no hurry to go back. I just want to enjoy this. This is what you call connecting with the world. Connecting with the game just as if you're doing the real world. People think it's stupid, but I'm just keeping an eye on the vehicle because it can get lost very easy. This is what I actually do in real life when I want my space. I just go to the hills and I sit down and it's like a needle in a haystack, just trying to listen in for things. It's a form of therapy and meditation. This is so cool. It's a pity you guys can't hear the background sounds in this, but if you could connect to things like this, you'll see where I'm coming from. I'm actually running low on oxygen now. I've got about 40 minutes. I was actually going to go for a walk. Just in case you can't hear the sound, I'm actually on the top of a hill or a mountain and I can just hear the wind rushing through. And it's just like that in real life. Yeah, I mean, and I can't feel the cold, but I know when you are that high, it can be pretty breezy and you might fall off the top of the mountain. This is real. You guys won't be able to understand this if you've never experienced it. Or some guys have sit on the computer all day playing games. Yeah, I do too. But if you've been around the world and done different things, you see certain similarities. And these are bringing them things back. This is unreal. I want to go back, but I don't want to go back. I just want to stay here. It's a pity nobody's watching it because they wouldn't get it. And I was really supposed to be doing this without talking. And I've messed it up. I'm going to have to do this take all again. Before I go, let's see what this contraction is. But I can just hear the wind, the breeze just blowing through from left to right. I am keeping the vehicle in sight at all times because there's actually a bug at the moment. The first bug is, you see this there? That disappears. Then after that, after a while, your vehicle disappears. And wherever you are, you've lost it all. Look at that. Interesting. That's not supposed to be like that. I'm supposed to be able to walk through that. I think it's time I went back home now, back to civilization. I suspect there's a new bug around here, and I've got to be very careful. Right, now I need to find my way back now. That's where Lesky is. I'm going to try and turn around very carefully and go down that hill. Engines on. I've got my dampeners on. And I'm going to take it very easy. I have got a level 1 license as a vehicle operator. I'm going to have to go down this hill in reverse. As you can see, this should have soft leveling suspension that goes up and down, then they won't have all this. Right, now I haven't got brakes, or have I? I'm going to let it roll down the hill itself. It's because the gradient is so steep, I can tipple over. And if you notice, my oxygen isn't kind of full, it's too far to be walking back. Putting back on the brakes so I can control it. This is actually driving down the hill in its own steam here. I'm not driving this, it's rolling off the bloody hill. I'm sure that's Lesky. Oh God. You see, the lock on this isn't very good, you see. Now how am I gonna get there? Okay, love. I don't know if you can hear me. Okay, the push to talk doesn't work on a matching game, but I'm just gonna try a very difficult maneuver at the moment. Now in real life I wouldn't do this, so why would I do this now? He's gonna get stuck. I'm actually rolling back on brake here, so I don't go any faster. Brakes. And you can use any vehicles in this manner. Any vehicle you like. The whole idea is to take it out for a ride and try to get back home in civilization. This is playing Star Citizen to its fullest and enjoying every minute of it. The only thing how can that be? See, I'm not supposed to get a crime. I'm not supposed to get a crime stat. This is annoying. As you can see, I'm trying to steer my way around the objects. And it's not letting me. I'm trying to drive over it now. I don't like this at all. It could get stuck. I don't personally think it'll make it. I can't think of a way around this. Now if it had hydraulic suspensions, self-leveling like they do on Jeeps, I wouldn't have had a problem. My experience tells me if I push it, I will get trapped. But I don't know why they blocked it. I'm actually damaging my vehicle now. Wait, what's happening here? I can do this, I can do this. I can do this, I can do this. Okay. Remember, when you're in these small vehicles do not produce oxygen. The oxygen is what you have in your spacesuit. The only reason why your oxygen lasts so long is because you're not moving around inside the vehicle. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? Oh, what's happened there? I have my daughter on the internet upstairs. Okay, so what it's done, somewhere along the line there was a pocket and it's put me back in time. I don't think that is a server. Okay, it's happened a few times like this and crashes. I know it's supposed to be the server doing all these kind of things that can be wrong, but I'm going to strangle my little girl. I'm hanging neck like a giraffe and I've got to go all the way back and do it all over again. These are what you call bugs. I went back about 10 minutes there just now. Well, why didn't you give me 10 minutes worth of oxygen? Right. That's the gorge. Engines on. Have we got any engines? Right, take 2. I've got to be very careful. You've not allowed any mistakes here. I have to come down and brake, but very slowly. If this was freezing, I'd be tear-assing it down here. Okay, nearly missed that. Well, there's a road there. I'm going to use that road to get back. The quicker I can get back on the path, the better it is for me. See, the lock on this is not very good, you see. So it gets a little bit difficult when you want to turn. I'm now back in civilization. Where did these guys get these suits from? I have to look up on the site. They must be selling them somewhere. Oh, it's too fake. I don't know if it's NPC or not. Originally I was supposed to be doing a video with no talking in the background, because these are supposed to be storylines from a roleplay as I started from now, and commentating, talking over it will spell the shots, because I need the live gameplay in the background, because my videos are roleplay to tell stories in whatever path I decide to choose, or anybody who else is in the org. I am flying under the flag of unity. That's all for one and one for all. I am a peaceful organisation, but we will defend ourselves. We will not be ganged upon, and we will not be intimidated or threatened or whatever from nobody. We will make friends along the way, and we'll give what we've got and share what we have. And if we do have reprisals, I'm sure we're going to have enough friends that we've built up over the years that will help us out if we can't defend ourselves. But we will be able to defend ourselves with what I am modding in the game. So if you ever see the yellow emblem, we are flying the flag of peace. And we'll be doing rescue. Well, basically we'll be doing everything that we can. Okay? We're not saying you can't do nothing, and we're not saying you can do this, but the majority of us will be peaceful. We're going to do combats, they can do combat. It's up to them at the end of the day. You know what I mean? But me, I'm a peaceful operator, and I can find contents, although there's no contents in the game. Like today, there's no content. I created my own role, I created my own mission, and I enjoyed every minute of it. It actually brought me back into the real world, especially being on top of the hills. But for now, I'll take my leave. Goodbye and enjoy.